Oh wow, I'm sitting here on mute. Didn't know it. So we're back for another one, man. We're gonna do an outlook of the week. I know tomorrow is a holiday, which makes it extremely easy for us to come in and look at it for the week. So yeah, let's get into it. But you already know, man. Before we do that, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video because ultimately it helps the channel grow. And hey, man, while we getting ready, setting up, pulling this all up, what are you guys looking for on the week? Um, I'm pretty sure you guys heard or seen that news came out where they put a pause on the tariffs. So, which I already knew that was going to make the markets shoot up a little bit. Um, and so, which it did. And it's crazy how these things consistently makes the market shoot up. So let's talk about it. You know, I was actually it was funny. I was at the gym this morning earlier, and I saw news where it was saying that Trump said that the talks were on pause. So I was like, oh, well, get ready because the market is going to shoot up, which it did. And so when when it went closed yesterday, right? Closed right in this area. So we literally have gone up from 58.13 all and then it all on off the open shot right up to this level 58.76 and then it kind of went down here and came down to 58 55.50 and now we're kind of pushing back up. So what I want to do and see. And I actually, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I may be a player overnight, depending on what it does. If we're able to push above this 58.76 area and hold, um, break this area, I may take a trade. Um, I just may trade. I didn't really plan on trading, but if we are able to push up and hold above that level, I might just jump on in and make a trade. So that'll be something that I'm looking for based off of the push of the news, man. And then in respecting the level that we have, um, as you can see, it rejected right off of it. So now I would be looking for a push above it if we could. You know, I'll probably set an alarm. I'm not going to sit here and watch it, but I probably set an alarm at 58.69 to go off so that way I know, so that way I can come and start to look to see if we can push above 58.76 and hold. If it was just an initial spike up and then we start to uh, push down lower, what I would be looking for um, really is here, the break of 58.37. If we can get below here, I would start to be looking at shorts. If we're able to break below there, if we're not able to break below there, then I'm gonna be looking long, and we could actually pop back above this area while we're on this live. Who knows? It depends on what type of price action you're getting. From overnight. I'm gonna go into, and I'm on a 30 minute. I'm gonna take it up a little bit further here, and I'm gonna go to the 4 hours. And so, yeah, based on the 4 hours, as y'all can see, this is the area that I'm talking about here. That I'm kind of interested in the jump above it. And if we can jump above here, then I would definitely be looking for it to push to the next level here. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of happens here. And then, like I said, um, for me, if we're able to get in here and start coming to the downside, I'll start looking at shorts. Um, Ultimately, if we're going to be really bearish, the main thing would be for us to come back here and test, which is 57, 56.50 area. If we can kind of break below that, then I'll definitely be kind of got my eye open. But other than that, I'm more or less looking to the upside. I think that we're going to start pushing back above here fairly soon. So we'll see what happens here and where it goes. But I'm definitely looking at that. what you guys thinking? Let me know. As well, what you guys are kind of looking at for the week. Let me see. I don't know why that just happened. Sorry, guys. My camera just said, "Forget you. I'm not gonna work for you for a second." Okay. So yeah. So that's looking. Let's go even a little further out. Let's look at the daily here. So as you can see, even on the daily, man, that's really what I'm kind of looking at. Let's bring this down some from the daily, and ultimately looking to pop here, man. If we can pop here and break above this area, oh man, that would be something to kind of look at. But I'm really, really interested down here. And then, like I said, I'm really interested if we can go on and pop above here. We can go on and pop above this level. I might take a trade if I'm still looking um, today. Let's see what else we got. Let's look at it. And then let's look at make it bigger. So this is me looking at the 5 minute, bringing it down some. And as you see, which I wouldn't be surprised if we just start kind of bouncing around in here, in this area, here to here. If we just kind of stayed in there, I wouldn't be shocked, which is one of the reasons why I'm not going to sit here and watch it. Because yeah, I would need to see, like I said, a nice break to the upside here for me to really be like, all right, cool, I'm in it, I'm ready for it. So there we go. So that's what I'm looking for. So give you the bigger, even a little bit of a bigger picture, right? Going back to the 30 minute. I'm really interested to see if we can kind of test this area here. Um, I'm really looking for a push up to see if we can, start to go to test the 5,900, and if we can break above there, I think that we will start marching our way up to the 6,000 mark. If we're unable to break above here, right, then I'm looking for us to kind of start pushing down, but not, but pushing down and just kind of playing in this area. I've already kind of said it. I don't know what's going on. I'm having tech issues, but I've already said this multiple times that I think that, especially since we're coming into the summer months, that we're going to be playing around in the 5,800 to 6,000 mark until probably the fourth quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if we did that. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we stay, we continue to push to the upside, or we push down instead of just kind of playing. Because if we keep bouncing around, for me, it starts making me not trade until we, choose a side, whether it's to the upside or the downside. But if we bounce around in an area for so long, and I'm just hands off, and I start looking at other things, um, other products, as well. So then I would probably be looking at gold. I'll be looking at oil, as well too. And so, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Um, Make sure to leave me any type of comments, any type of questions that you guys have. I want you to look at this area too, because this 5828 could possibly be, a magnet area to come back and retest. uh, as well. But we'll see. Like I said, man, I let the market do what it does and show me what it wants to do. I don't try to, you know, predict what it's going to do. I just like to write a story, then give myself options. If it does this, this is what I'm looking for. If it does this, this is what I'm looking for. If it does this, this is what I'm looking for. They all help paint the bigger picture and give you some options. You know, make sure that you're trading, at your own risk. Past performance isn't indicative of future, performance. So I always understand that. Make sure that you are, trading and have a risk reward based off of you and, your account. Um, Now, since we've kind of talked about that, I thought Jordan was going to join me. So I'm going to kind of pivot and I want to talk about real quickly. I have my little Adrian's Corner moments, and I talk about things that be on my mind, especially when it comes to trading. One of the questions that I get asked over and over and over is, if you were starting from scratch, um, what would you, now knowing, as far as trading and kind of been trading for a little while, what would you recommend to someone that's starting out and trying to learn how to trade? Um, One, I would tell you to focus on your mental, um, and not necessarily the strategy. I mean, you want to get a strategy, but you want to focus on your mental. You want to focus on the execution, and you want to focus on being comfortable with your execution. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work that day. Live for the next day, right? So take small losses and big wins is if you possibly can. Don't get emotionally tied up to your losses. If you take a loss, shake it off. Um, the market doesn't owe you anything. You know what I mean? Just shake it off and come back and get something. Um, the mental aspect of trading is one of the hardest things that is, I mean, to me anyways, it's the hardest part of trading. Um, Once you have a basic knowledge of chart patterns, candlesticks, um, you know, point of controls, highs and lows, volume areas, right? You get a basic understanding of that. Then I think that on the strategy side, you'll be golden. Um, but the mental, because you can be killing it for 10 days in a row and then have a bad day and they'll have you questioning your whole process, your whole setup and everything. And you'll forget the logic that, yo, I just was green 10 days in a row. It's just one day. Like, suck it up, buttercup, and get over it and get ready for the next day. You know what I mean? I know that's easier said than done, but it's hard. It's extremely hard, and it's a process. It's a process that I still to this day work on. When I at this point now, you know, that's the main focus for me is the mental. You know, I know a lot of people that back test their strategies. I'm back testing my mental. I'm trying to figure out how to get a mental edge, you know, and how to work and continue to build that and trust within myself, because that's the first thing that tends to go. It's not the strategy, it's that mental edge that you have. And now you like, is everything that I've been doing correct? Like, how did I get here? I don't even know if this is real. You know, um, there's only two answers: right and wrong. You either right, you pick the right way the market's going, or you pick the wrong way. The market's going. It's that simple, and you have a 50-50 chance of getting it correct. You know, so just remember that. Keep staying focused. Keep grinding, and everything will definitely work out in your favor. It's just that simple, man. That's what I would tell someone. Get on your mental grind. So first thing you need to do is, if you have a mentor, and they have a strategy that they're teaching you, you know, take it day by day, bit by bit. Start looking at your charts. Start looking at the strategy that they tell you. You know, get a sim account so that way you can do playbacks and then do what it is that they're telling you to do. And so once you see that, what they're telling you to do, get comfortable with it. Then get the understanding and start taking notes and asking questions like, hey, how does this work? Right? So how is this right? 75% of the time, because in the last week, what you taught me has worked 75% of the time. And so now you're asking those questions, because getting comfortable with it, then you'll be able to play it out, right? Get comfortable with that. Get comfortable with being wrong. If you've noticed that it works 75% of the time, get comfortable being wrong 25% of the time. Get comfortable with it. Point blank, period. Get comfortable with it. I feel like the school system has failed us. We are scared to take losses. We're scared to get questions wrong. In trading, you're gonna get questions wrong. I don't know a person that's 100%. And if it is a person that's 100%, they would be a billionaire because they would be able to sell the secret sauce of how they're 100%. Especially when you got people that make millions off of selling, that they that they make, $10,000 a month, and they're able to sell courses and make crazy money. So someone that's a billionaire, they would be able to put that sauce together and sell it for gazillions of dollars, whatever it is, right? So get comfortable, understanding like this is probabilities. So if you notice that your success rate is 75%, get comfortable and understand I'm going to lose 25%. Now, the goal is to make sure and identify that 25% and keep that to a minimum, when you take losses. Because some people can be 75% correct and still have a negative account. Yes, trust me. Some people can really be successful 75% of the time and have a negative account. But once again, that's because you cut your winners and you let your losers go. So you want to make sure that you have a great risk reward when you're trading. It takes time. It takes time. It takes practice. It takes patience. This is not easy. I know that a lot of people make content about this. I know a lot of people say they're successful. But there aren't a lot of people that could only do this for a living and be good. A lot of people, they make side hustle money, and then they're able to sell courses to push them above and beyond. Not everybody can make day one money trading. So it's a lot of people that talk like they making day one money while they're trading. That's for another day. We can talk about that another time. Y'all come to me, y'all getting the real. We're gonna talk real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be, faking. This is hard work. On my mental, I'm doing mental Olympics all the time. I'm reading books. I get coaching. Like, I'm in this. This is the tough side of what people don't talk about. All people want to talk about is the glitz and glamour, and that they got a few properties and they've done this and they've done that and they got a couple cars that's nice, all that. Yep, cool. But it's a lot of work that go into this. It puts age, it puts mileage on you mentally, man. I promise you. So yeah, man. But I done hit 20 minutes. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video, because ultimately it helps the channel grow, man. And I hope that you guys are successful. I hope that you get comfortable in your trading journey. And if you have any questions for me, man, like always, either me or Jordan, you can always just hit me up, send me a message, and we'll talk, man. All right. Peace, man. Y'all have